Hello and welcome to this teaching series on our 5 levels of financial freedom. My name is Jerry Robinson from Follow the Money Daily, ftmdaily.com, and we have put together something called the 5 levels of financial freedom. Let me give you a brief overview. Level 1 is build an emergency reserve. Level 2 is asset, income, and life protection. Level 3, build and diversify financial reserves. Level 4, build and diversify investments. And level 5, advanced investing and speculative investing. So today we're going to begin with level 1, and there are several steps to level 1, and we're going to start with the very first step, and that is to create a charitable giving plan. Now that may seem bizarre, especially when you consider the fact that most people will tend to think of financial plans as a way for them to accumulate wealth to themselves. Well, that certainly is going to be a goal in our 5 levels of financial freedom. But the very first step, I believe, because money can be so deceptive, is for us to think in terms of how much do we want to give away? And to whom do we want to give this money away to? When I think about all of the wealthy people that I've known through the years, and in fact, when you think about some of the famous wealthy people that have lived throughout history, one common denominator of the ones that we probably have fond thoughts of are those who were philanthropic, those who actually took their wealth and then used it for the good of humanity, instead of storing it up for themselves and hoarding it to themselves. And so that's why we place the charitable giving plan at the very beginning of our 5 levels of financial freedom. As we go through these 5 levels, we're going to talk about how to diversify your savings with gold and silver and with foreign currencies. We're going to talk about how to diversify your investments with things like precious metals and agriculture, commodities and energy, real estate, your own business. And we're also going to talk about how to create multiple streams of income. In fact, we have over 22 income streams that you can create both now and in retirement. But at the very beginning, I believe it's very imperative for us to have a proper view of money. And one of the things that we have noticed over the years is that the use of money, the way that we use money, exposes our incentives. We may say that we want to help other people, we may say that we want to give more, but the proof is in the pudding, isn't it? We're able to see exactly how we spend our money, and that tells us what we value. The Bible says where your treasure is, there your heart is also. Very true statement. The Bible also has this to say about money. In 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10, it says that the love of money is the root of all evil. That's an unbelievable statement. The King James says the roots of all kinds of evil. The point is that the love of money or greed is a very deceptive thing. And I believe that money is the chief competitor for our heart with God. Therefore, in these days that we're living in, I believe it's imperative for us to have a proper view of what money really is, and to not view it in the way that most people view money. Money is a tool. It is amoral. It doesn't have any morality. It can be used to build a hospital. It can be used to build a bomb. Both things are, obviously part of the intentions of the user, the intentions of the holder of the money. So as we go through this charitable giving plan, obviously we don't have time to go through the whole thing on this video, but what we actually have provided is at our website, ftmdaily.com/giving, we have a PDF that you can download and fill out. I think this is the very first step for anybody who wants to achieve financial freedom. Now, when we take a look at this charitable giving plan, I have it printed out here. I'm just going to tell you some of the questions that you'll see on it to give you an idea of how it really digs in deep to see where you are financially and especially where you are mentally. What percentage of your income would you like to be able to give away on an annual basis? That's a great question to ask. It's a dream. What would you like to be able to give away on an annual basis? What percentage of your income are you currently giving? And why are you not giving what you would ideally like to give? Do you desire for the percentage of your income that is set aside for charitable giving to increase over time or to remain fixed? Why or why not? How important is it to you that your gifts be given during your lifetime as opposed to after your passing? As you can see, these are many questions that most people probably never ask themselves. They perhaps give at their church, or maybe they give to a local charity, but it's simply afterthoughts. We want this to be front-loaded in our 5 levels of financial freedom. I truly believe that if we front-load these things, it will actually make a huge difference in our ability to understand money and to accumulate money for the purposes that we want to accumulate it for. So we begin our 5 levels of financial freedom with the end in mind. So I encourage you to go now to ftmdaily.com/giving. And I'd like for you to download that report, fill it out, and if you're married, the husband should fill out a form, and then the wife should fill out the form, and then bring them together and see how close they are together. See how much you match. I think it's a very good experiment. My wife and I did the same thing, and the results were surprising, to say the least. So ftmdaily.com/giving and download the Charitable Giving Plan. It's time to allow yourself to dream. Let's get started.